Hi everybody, today is August 18th, 2019. It is around 5 o'clock p.m. right now, 88 degrees Fahrenheit, 31 degrees Celsius. I am at Columbus Circle, and today I'll be taking you on a bike ride down Broadway from Midtown all the way down to the financial district. So let's get this show on the road. Here's the beginning of Broadway at Columbus Circle and 59th Street. So I'll be going through the neighborhoods of Midtown, Greenwich Village, Tribeca, and the financial district. It's a little bit cloudy today. Looks like there's still some construction that's happening on this bike lane. It never really ends, the construction in New York. Hopefully there's no one riding in this bike lane going the other way or a pedestrian coming in. This is such a poor design. Whoever put this concrete block here and made the lane narrower than it should be. That was 57th Street I crossed, one of the major crosstown streets in Manhattan, connecting the Ed Koch Queensboro Bridge to the west side. It is the middle of the summertime, so I expect to see a lot of tourists and people walking about, especially in Times Square. I've biked this route many times before, but I want to do it again because the city has reconfigured the bike lanes a little bit, and also I want to try out my new microphone, which I'm sure that you can hear right now. It's very clear. There's people putting their city bikes away. That's the city's bike share system. I'm not riding one right now. I have my own bicycle, the Mercier Kilo WT. Is that horse poop in the bike lane? Yeah, it is. Kind of funny. Here's 53rd Street. The subway system has some major service changes today. One of the most notable is that the 7th Avenue subway line is not running at all up until 110th Street, I believe. Everything below 110th Street is suspended on the 7th Avenue line, number 1, 2, and 3. It's actually a lot less busy than I thought around here. There's a family with an I Love New York shopping bag and the M&M's bag. It's not supposed to rain today, but I do feel some precipitation on me right now. Here they have corn growing in the middle of Manhattan. I think it is an art project. Sounds like someone's playing music, or it could just be one of those sidewalk vendors promoting their CDs or music for sale. There's a big bus, New York tour bus, and another one that doesn't have anybody on it at all. Very surprising. That bus is advertising the New York Pass. It's a special ticket where you can visit many different attractions in New York for one low price. Yeah, it is raining. It just figures once I start this ride, it starts raining. Even the weather's unpredictable now in New York. I just hope it's not too bad. Oh my gosh, Pedicab just went straight through. Right now it's just a light sprinkle, it's not too bad. If you follow my videos, you know that I love coming down to Times Square. It's my favorite spot in the city. There's always changing billboards, different people here. I really hope there won't be a water droplet on the lens. CoverGirl has a new advertisement. Yeshiva Gate, that's an interesting ad. Pretty Little Thing, Ashanti. I think they dropped something, this woman. Oh shoot. She dropped $1. If I could find her. Okay. Well, I'll hold on to this dollar bill until I could find her. I don't really know what she looks like. Oh my goodness. Well, no use now. But if anybody's watching this video and you drop your dollar bill, I've got it right here. So this is Times Square, everyone. New York Presbyterian, Sephora, Verve Card, Discover Global Network. And lots of people in the bike lane. Got Line Friends, Fiji, T-Mobile, which I saw before. And we got this person just strolling there. Hand truck down. We got preachers here, the Statue of Liberty, Transformers, Spider-Man, and Spider-Woman, I guess, with their mask off. And on the other side, Book of Mormon advertisements. And Bubba Gump Shrimp. If you're driving or cycling in New York, you can't get stressed out over bad traffic or other people's bad traffic decisions. I know everybody likes to hate on my most popular video as of today, the cycling incidents number 6, saying how New York City is a shithole and all the traffic is bad and I should take a chill pill. But when it comes down to it in New York City, there's no leeway for mistakes when it comes to traffic, because one bad mistake can mean the end of somebody's life or sent to the hospital, and I don't want that to happen. So here I need to make a left and then make another right on the next block coming up. This is 42nd Street. Looks like NYPD is responding to an emergency. Sirens on, lights flashing. Here I need to wait for the whole crosswalk to clear before I can make this left. Okay, I'm making a right turn here, signaling. I'm hearing thunder. Wow, neat hoverboard. Looks like there's a street fair happening on 41st Street. Not exactly sure what the event is. There's always street fairs happening, especially on the weekends for special events like Labor Day, Memorial Day, special ethnic celebrations. I think today's the Indian Day celebration. I'm not exactly sure where the parade route is right now. Weed World candies, and many people have reported on them. They don't have any traces of marijuana or weed in their candies at all. And of course, people cross against the light, don't look, but as a cyclist, you have to be proactive. Seriously. If any of you have watched my walking from, of course, people don't look. Watch my, I forget which walk it was. I came up this block and I said that the city should close off Broadway to motor vehicles entirely because of this urban garden that kind of makes Broadway like impassable as a through street because it ends right there anyway at 35th Street. They should just close it from 42nd Street down. It was much warmer earlier in the day, closer to the 90s or even above 90. Now at least it's a little bit more manageable with a nice breeze as well. I believe this is the block where I caught some seagulls eating pizza one day. It was a pretty interesting sight. Another truck for Weed World candies. I'm telling you, they're making a lot of money and they don't even have the ingredient advertised on the truck. So here's a completely new section designed by the city, the Herald Square and Greeley Square pedestrian plaza. Okay, you just gotta be very careful because people like her are just looking at the phone and not paying attention. Like that person riding the wrong way. But this section of Broadway has been completely reconfigured to be a two-way bike lane past 34th Street. There's the Empire State Building, the Gap on the corner, H&M, Macy's headquarters. You still have to negotiate with pedestrian traffic there. It isn't really well separated. That person's got the right idea. Just keep dinging the bell. Keep dinging it. Lost the shoe. What happened? Someone lost a shoe there?
I guess so.
Oh man.
I just wanted to get it out of the bike lane. I didn't want someone to crash.
That's
I don't know
crazy.
how you lose one shoe.
I know. And then you don't come back to pick it up.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I did laundry this morning. I lost a few socks. I can understand that, but
it's way harder to lose a shoe.
Yeah. Okay, here the bike lane moves to the left. A little bit dangerous here because this turn's kind of badly done. There's a lot of traffic on 6th Avenue right now. Safe thing to do here is wait for the car to make their turn rather than trying to force your way in. Okay, bike lane continues over here. I saw some people talking to that fellow on the ground there. Hope he's okay. Okay, on your left. Just hanging out on the outside of their truck there. There is an interesting Instagram account called On the Bike Lane, which details most of the blatant violations of bike lane and bike-related security hazards and safety hazards for cyclists all around the city, including the NYPD. There was an interesting shout-out match between one person who claimed the NYPD wasn't responding to any emergencies and completely blocking the bike lanes at Union Square. So I'm just about to enter the Flatiron District. The Flatiron District is where the Flatiron Building is, where it famously gets its name. There's also a flower district here too, which is to the right of me. And my chain came off my bike. I gotta fix it. Thankfully, there's a piece of paper there so I don't have to get my hands dirty. Okay, chains back on. Yep, I got it. Yeah, I just used a piece of paper. All right, thank you. So you see that, how average New Yorkers help one another? He was just willing to give me his disposable gloves so I could put my chain on. It's also time for a new chain on this bike anyway. I feel it's a little bit stretched out now with all the mileage that I've done on it. This is still the original chain that came with the bicycle. Here's a wine bar. next to Starbucks, so you can choose between alcohol and coffee at your leisure. I hope that baby stops crying and the parents or guardians take care of them. Sometimes I wish I could understand baby talk. I do wonder how I talked as a baby. Maybe that language meant excuse me, but maybe that language meant I should go home or something. I think I swallowed a bug or something. Here it is, the Flatiron Building and Fifth Avenue. So I'm making a right turn here. Going straight is Fifth Avenue and going to the left is Broadway. That container up ahead, it says Italy is Italy. Italy is a big Italian supermarket and grocery store to the right of me here in this building. They've got multiple restaurants inside, including a nice rooftop one. I highly recommend you, if you're in the area, to check it out. Their gelato is also very delicious. Always want to give space to people in case they try to dart out across the road. You see, those planters are a great idea in concept, but they don't work well in practice when they're placed too close to the curb like that. When they get overgrown, they can block the line of sight. It's a lot less busy here than usual. Fish's Eddy Flower Power. Looks like a cute little store there. This building on the corner here is new retail space. I wonder if they're going to be opening any retail stores or more affordable homes. Who knows? And this store to the left is ABC Carpet and Home. On your left. So I've entered the Union Square area. It's a very busy area for foot traffic, especially because there's a two-way bicycle lane here, but this area is known for many stores like Barnes & Noble, Best Buy, Nordstrom Rack, Chipotle. They have 2 Starbucks in Union Square, Sephora. There's also a very nice public park in the middle here, Union Square Park. Great statue of Abraham Lincoln and George Washington. And fun fact, New York University, NYU, also has some campus buildings in Union Square Park. Well, in Union Square, not Union Square Park. Lots of garbage set out here. This park must contribute to a lot of garbage and litter here, so the city does have to clean it up more frequently. Here I'm going to merge into the middle lane because I'm going down Broadway. The right lane is a right turn lane. So I've just entered into the neighborhood of Greenwich Village. It's very odd hearing thunder and there's no rain. Makes me a little bit nervous. The clouds don't seem that thick just yet. We've got Union Square's theater here, the Regal Cinemas. Here I'm letting this taxi cab go before I merge into this lane, and this car is reversing. I'm going slow so I don't get doored. Person's in the car, nobody, or wasn't in any position to open the door there. I'm going to take the lane here. This church here is very historic. It's been here for a long time. The Grace Church. Okay, I'm merging now. I'm going to speed it up a little bit. Oh my goodness. Come on, people, look before you ride. Got Bank of America, Gap Men, Vitamin Shop. So what I'm going to do here is move over to the right, let these fastly moving vehicles pass, and then I'll take the lane once they're all done. I find it's a more effective strategy than just taking the lane from the beginning, because it results in less aggression and less opportunity for people to pass you aggressively. Nobody in this vehicle. This car's nobody in there. If you make a right here, you'll be right in the main area of NYU. NYU doesn't really have a quote-unquote green campus, but they do have Washington Square Park, which is pretty much essentially their campus. It's a public park. So right now I'm in the neighborhood of NoHo, north of Fulton Street. Like Soho below it, it's got a lot of retail shops, food places. I'm gonna hang back behind this truck, this 4x4, because I want them to see me before they go make a turn or otherwise. You see, it would have been a bad mistake to go ahead of him. And yes, I am going to be riding on the only bus lane. I find it's a lot safer to do so, and the city never really enforces it, so it's fine. Here's the busiest area of Soho at Broadway and Prince Street. I've done a narrated walkthrough of Soho where you can see find it funny how the taxi's using the only bus lane. Here's Spring Street and Broadway. Yep, aggressive cycling. Juke left, juke right. That's how it is by some of these people. A lot of interesting fashion here in Soho today. I see a lot of trendy designs. There's no place for me to move over, so I'm just going to take the lane here. It's a pothole here. Well, the bus lane's only in effect Monday to Friday anyway. It's a Sunday. Okay, I'm slowing up completely because I don't want to pass the speed in case this person decides to open their door. Jubilee Marketplace, Foot Locker, Champion, and we got Soho's WeWork location. They lease out office space to people who want to rent it out. And the block ahead of me is Canal Street, separating the neighborhood of Soho with Chinatown and Tribeca, which is to the right. I'm just going to stay in this lane because that right lane's a right turn only lane. Really? We got ⁴ here in the Tribeca neighborhood. Stands for triangle below Canal Street. I have to say, it's a pretty smooth ride down Broadway today. Usually there'll be a lot more traffic, a lot more people. It helps that I am doing it on a Sunday evening. Let this cab go before I move in behind. I really don't like to move at that quick of a speed because the road terrain here is just so unpredictable. I've entered the Civic Center of Manhattan, home to many different governmental buildings and New York City Hall. That thunderclap didn't sound good. I just hope there's no rain. The sky does seem to be clearing up as I go south though, so maybe I won't encounter it just yet. Might as well just take this lane. To the left of me is New York City Hall and City Hall Park. In just a few blocks, I'll be passing the One World Trade Center, the Freedom Tower, which is currently the tallest building in New York City. There's actually quite a surprising amount of people here in the Civic Center. Normally this area isn't that crowded unless it's during the weekday when people are working. There aren't too many retail stores other than in the World Trade Center and down there further in the financial district. Just look back and see what that driver is doing, and then I go in this lane. It's Bessie Street, World Trade Center right there, like I said. And now I am in the financial district, synonymous with the name of Wall Street and the earliest settlement of New York there is, settled by the Dutch as New Amsterdam. A lot of history here, a lot of different buildings. The New York Stock Exchange is probably the most famous, along with the Federal Reserve Building and the Federal Hall. Model Sporting Goods, I Love New York gifts. You can get your t-shirts here if you want to. This is Zuccotti Park, where the Occupy Wall Street movement started. This is the Equitable Building, a very famous building. This tour bus is busy picking up passengers. Here's the Trinity Church, once the tallest building on Wall Street, but no longer. Here's One Wall Street undergoing renovations. Okay, I think I'll just walk my bike across the light here. There isn't any traffic to deal with. We're almost at the end. Here's where everybody comes to get their picture, especially of the Charging Bull's balls in the rear. The Charging Bull mysteriously appeared in front of the New York Stock Exchange and then moved over here to this location. This is Bowling Green, one of the earliest public parks in New York City. And the U.S. Custom House building, now home to the Smithsonian Museum of the Native American Indian. Okay, I'm walking my bike across. Doesn't seem to be anybody around. Very quiet day today. Interesting how Broadway ends and it becomes known as Whitehall Street. Pigeons running across the road instead of flying. You should fly. I'm just lucky during this ride it didn't rain. I will take the subway back because I'm not prepared for it to rain at all. Checking the forecast, it just said it was cloudy. So straight ahead of me is Battery Park, you can get tickets to the Statue of Liberty here. Just be sure that you get it from the Castle Clinton monument instead of the vendors here who hawk outside the subway stations and the Staten Island ferry, because they won't sell you tickets to visit the statue itself. But anyway, my battery just died. Hope you enjoy this video, and I'll see you soon. Be sure to subscribe and give this video a big like. Take care, everyone. I'll be taking the train back.